Hi, this is Big Los, and welcome back to Let's Play Neverwinter Nights 2 Original Campaign. We find ourselves at Old Owl Well, and we've just met up with Karina, our contact in the Greycloaks. And she's going to reiterate our mission, which is to find the emissary and bring him back to Axel. So let's go through all these dialogue options, and if you want to read it, you can just rewind it and pause it. But anyways, Old Owl Well has importance because it is the only source of fresh water for 3 days' ride from here. So it's a key strategic point. And for some reason, the Greycloaks have managed to win this area back from the marauding orcs who control the mountains. And an emissary from Waterdeep is supposed to be coming through here, but he never made it. And they sent a scout. So if you do sleight of hand on Karina, you can get some thieves' tools, you can get a trap kit, and you can get one more thing. Let's try to get it. No, failed again. Okay, we got a potion. I think that's about it. Let's just make sure. Yeah. No items or gold. Okay. So let's go over here, and this is a gnome woman selling stuff. Apparently, gnome females tend to be good shopkeepers, because Raylene is also one. And if you just sleight of hand, you can get a mandolin, some type of mandolin. So that would be good for Grobnar if I ever decide to put him in my party, which I won't. I don't like bards. They are a niche class for niche players. I mean, I'm sure there's a bunch of players, and I've known some who've liked to play bards just because that's their personality. They like to be the comic relief. But are they super important? I don't think so. They're slightly less useful than sorcerers, because they also go by charisma and cast spells on the fly like sorcerers. So let's go through Simi's inventory and see what type of weapons she sells. A couple of interesting things here. Golden Sickle gives us another level 0 druid spell, but that's not very useful. Lawgiver. Man, those things are just everywhere. Okay, a rune hammer. Gives a spell resistance of 12. I don't think it's worth it for the price. If I had a bunch of extra money, I would get that for Kelgar. Now that's an interesting bow. I might get that for the captain if I was able to get a belt to increase his strength. In regular D&D, if you use a composite bow and it's at a higher strength rating than your strength bonus, then you actually get a penalty to attack and damage, I believe. I don't know, it's been a while since I played D&D. I'd say maybe about 2.5 years. Doesn't seem that long, but I guess it is.
I want those walls up by evening. No excuses. The orcs aren't going to stop attacking just because we need to catch our breath.
But, sir, the men are having a hard time finding the materials we need.
You're telling me they can't find any stones? We're in the middle of the blasted mountains. Unless you'd like to report to Nashia that we're overrun because we couldn't find rocks, I suggest you drive some sense into your men and get that wall built.
Yes, sir. I'll see to it, sir.
I tell you, I've lost years off my life trying to get this rabble fit for service. And who are you supposed to be? Reinforcements?
In a manner of speaking.
I'm Callum. Commander Callum to you. Lord Nasher sent me here to secure the old Owl Well. So what are you doing here?
And I'm Captain Savaho to you.
Isani? He hasn't arrived yet. Should have been here a 10 days ago. I've sent a scout to look for him. Who are you anyhow? No one told me to expect more men. Not that I'd be complaining.
Then stop complaining.
Is that so? And who gave you these orders?
Your mom.
You're in my camp, which places you under my authority. Go back and complain to the council if you like. If they sent you at all. I assume you've got proof that you are who you say you are.
Yeah, it's right here. These official papers.
Don't try politics with me. I could care less of you from the council. I've got bigger worries. Still, as long as you're here to help, you won't hear me complaining. We need all the help we can get.
Okay, I'm here.
No, my scout hasn't reported back yet. Though I expect him soon. He's one of the best.
Well, where is he?
We're still not sure ourselves, really. The information I have is vague, at best. This route makes the best sense, though. It's one of the few they haven't tried yet.
Oh well.
Not exactly a student of history, are you? The Old Owl Well is the only known water source for 3 days in any direction. Neverwinter and the orcs have been fighting over it as long as anyone can remember. The orcs held it for the last 10 years until the council decided they wanted to reopen the trade route to Yata. To do that, we need to take back this watering hole.
Kinda sounds important, I guess.
This assault has been planned for months. We weren't able to warn Asani ahead of time, though. We weren't expecting to be needing a new emissary, to be honest. Still, at least we'll be here to offer more protection.
I'll say.
Well, that brings us back to the emissary, doesn't it? If the Lord's Alliance could communicate, you're right. We'd have more men. But with the emissaries being lost, even so, we've stretched the army thin as it is. I brought along every man that Lord Nasher could spare. The council's going to have to raise a new army in a hurry if things don't work out here.
Gets dark in a hurry around here, doesn't it?
Oh no. No waiting around for you. I'm counting on you to help with our defense against the orcs.
Well, no problem.
You may have to if my scout doesn't have any luck. Until then, though, you're staying here. I'll expect you to help out with the defense of this camp. You've already brought your own gear, so just find a spot to call home and stay alert.
Oh, great.
Sound the alarm! Orcs! The orcs are attacking!
Wouldn't you know it? Not a moment's rest.
Greycloaks to arms! For Neverwinter!
Orcs are pushovers.
What's going on?
Let's lob a couple of ice storms their way. See, if one won't do it, got one of them. We're gonna have to do another one.
Let us press the
You
attack.
too, for good measure. What's that one that's hanging back? Hey, I didn't get any experience for that. What? You mean because of that one that's hanging back? It doesn't trigger the cutscene? Well, let's get him with the bow.
Time for a new fight is right, Botic. Ha!
Yeah, just hit him a few times.
All right, Greycloaks. Everyone back to your posts.
Good job.
Another orc raiding party. We're lucky they haven't attacked in full force. Just wish I could make contact with whoever it is that's been distracting the orcs.
Wait, what now?
Yes, someone's out there attacking orc patrols, and it's giving us a chance to build up our defenses.
So that's how you took this back.
I've been at this long enough to know that you need to control a battlefield. And this new ally of ours is something I can't control.
I thought you weren't one for complaining.
He's not one for talking. Every time I send someone out to contact him, he and his men move their camp. The orcs have a name for him, Katalmak. They say he attacks without warning, and without regard for his enemies' numbers.
That's not a name orcs give lightly. It's a name they give to warriors who lose themselves in battle.
It is odd that even orc trackers couldn't find him. Or that he would risk stirring up so many tribes in this region.
Sounds like someone who wants to die to me. If we weren't here, it'd only be a matter of time before all the tribes in the well hunted down this Katalmak, and then his crusade would be over. Well, enough talk about him. I've got my hands full just keeping the men in fighting shape.
Commander, scouts returning.
Let's hope he brings word on the emissary, eh?
Pathfinder Willem reporting, sir.
Willem, did you locate Emissary Asani?
No, sir, but I came across his escorts. Killed to the last man, but no sign of the emissary. Orcs, sir. They must have taken him.
Sounds like you've got a new assignment. Your job is to escort the emissary to safety. If he's in trouble, you've got to help him. I'd start looking at Bonegnasher's lair, northeast of here.
Bonegnashers? They're still around. Oh, they're hard to kill.
His tribe isn't the biggest, but he's older and more cunning than most. At the least, he may have an idea who attacked the emissary's guards.
Well then, who's the biggest if he's not?
The Eyegouger tribe is the strongest, led by Logram Eyegouger. He keeps the other tribes in line, including the Bonegnashers, and he's the one leading the attacks. All the orcs in the well fall under his banner. Ooh, if we could get lucky and put an arrow through his skull. If we could, the orcs would turn on each other in a heartbeat, and give us enough time to strengthen our position here.
Let me do it. I'm good at this.
Trust me, if I knew where Logram could be found, I'd hit him myself. Killing him would be the break we've been looking for. But from what I've heard, there's been reports that this unknown ally of ours, this Katalmak, is hitting Logram hard, which means he must know where Logram can be found. But since I can't find this unknown ally of ours, Logram's out of our reach as well. For right now, focus on Bonegnasher. See what you can do to find the emissary. Besides, if you cross Logram, that might be more than you can handle.
Okay, let's do it.
Ysag is old enough to know when to try something other than fighting. Corner him, and you might be able to get him to talk.
I'd sooner put an axe in an orc. But he's right. The Bonegnashers, as cowardly and weak as they are, have been known to make deals.
I'll have Willem mark the Bonegnasher lair on your map. You'd better act quickly. If the orcs have the emissary, whatever they have planned for him cannot be good. If you need anything, we've got Simi here in camp to help you. She normally trades in trinkets for the men, but carries some items more suited for combat as well.
How about some meat shields? Can I get some of that?
Wish I could spare someone, but I need to keep my men together so they can learn how to act as one. Besides, they'd only slow you down. We'll hold down the fort. The more orcs we kill here, the fewer you'll run into out in the mountains. Good luck to you. And if you run into that madman who's attacking the orcs out there, let him know I'd like to have a little chat with him.
Yeah, I'll have a little chat with him for you. Alright, so it doesn't look like these orcs left any treasure bags, unfortunately. And I don't think there's any hidden items here. So, let's make it to the world map transition. And, well, we got another area. Wait a minute. We got two areas. Let's go here. I know where I'm going. Oh great, we're lost. Where are we now? Some dwarves here. Okay, well this is Big Los signing off. I'll see you in the next episode, and as always, have a good day.